I love this time of year. As Mr. Hart said to me earlier, this is sort of the start of our celebrations about what we've done throughout the year. And as sport, we're lucky, we're the first ones. So everyone's fresh, everyone's keen and eager to be here. And we get to showcase what we've done on the sporting field. I'd like to welcome students, parents, coaches, STC staff and members of our SLT, including Mr. Hart. To begin, I'd like to publicly thank and acknowledge a number of people for their hard work in preparing tonight. To my sports department of DK, Nev and Alex, without whom this night wouldn't be possible, I'd like to say thank you. Also to Tom Stewart for his role as sports leader this year and that wonderful speech that gives, I guess as Robbie said, insight into what it means to wear this blazer. We as staff, as parents, we get to see sort of the effects of what it is to come here, but to hear the words from the boys is really powerful in my mind. So a fantastic speech there by Tom. To Nairi, Jackie and Lindley for their support and helping with the finishing touches tonight. Our tech crew for setting up and working throughout the night. Both bands playing tonight, and to the Hornby Workmen's Club for providing a fantastic location and also a wonderful meal that we look forward to. Also a word of thanks to both Kukri and to the CRFU for providing jerseys that we've got on auction that will be told a little bit about later as the evening goes on. They're over in the corner there just behind DK and Nev, but feel free at any point in the night to go up and put down a figure that you'd like to purchase those items for. And finally to our special guests Corey Flynn and Johnny Lioto for being here tonight to give us an insight into what it's like to live your lives in past times. So a round of applause for all those people, please. And as always, we always like to, acknowledge all the coaches, whether they be staff or parents, those who have supported the school and who continue to go above and beyond with their dedication to our students. And in saying that, we've had a number of teams touring throughout the country and internationally, and without everyone's efforts in organisation, fundraising, travel, these teams, it just wouldn't happen. It's often a thankless task. So for the coaches, for the parents, all of our supporters, again, a round of applause, please. 2019 has been a successful year for the school in terms of sport. Not only team and individual results, but our participation numbers continue to be above 90%. We will acknowledge all the fantastic achievements tonight, so I'm not going to run through them, and I want a really short speech so we can actually get the boys up and acknowledge them as much as possible. However, as a school of 650 students, we've managed in the last 12 months to win 4 national titles, to place in the top 5 nationally in 3 events, as well as winning numerous Canterbury titles both in team and individual sports. A number of highlights for me spring to mind as I reflect on the year. Our domination in football and futsal continues, with our first 11 team backing up their premiership in Canterbury and doing really well at nationals, and also our futsal team doing exceptionally well for the last couple of years and taking home the big prize this year. Further to this, our underage teams representing the school strongly in Section 1 competition. I know, talking to a number of staff in previous years, we fielded many teams, and it was fantastic to see those teams on the field, and it was a participation type thing, but we're trying to change a little bit into more of a balance between both participation but also pushing the elite side of things. And the fact that a lot of our teams now play Section 1 sport is a huge credit to everyone that's been involved. And as can be seen on the screen there, it's not only our first 11s, our first 5s, our first 15s that are doing well, it's the teams below them that are continuing to push, the barriers when it comes to success. For me personally, a highlight was being involved in the first 15's historic victory over CBHS, Christchurch Boys High. The true joy of schoolboy sport was encapsulated in the moments after the final whistle was blown, and the team was swamped by their mates. I know Tom kind of brought this up, this Manawa spirit. This has been a key theme throughout the year as supporters remain vocal and positive on every sideline, no matter the sport they are following, whether it be the first 5 basketball, the first 11 winning their premiership, or the first 15. The Manawa spirit is alive and well at STC, and as a parents, you should be very proud of your sons and their passionate involvement in sport at STC. We've shown throughout the last 12 months how successful we can be on the sporting stage. I feel though we're at a pivotal moment in our school's history as we forge ahead to meet the demands of athlete development in 2020 and beyond. With this in mind, our focus remains on building the participation numbers in school, as well as creating an elite sporting environment to foster our athletes on their path towards professional sport. The future looks bright at STC. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.